Well, hey everyone, welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. Today we're going to take a look at Nightfall, and we're going to take a brief look at Kickstarter from Cryptid Nation, because we didn't do it last week because I was at Collecticon. It was a ton of fun to meet a bunch of you. Let me know in the comment section if I got to meet you in the comment section. It was a lot of fun in Orlando. We all hung out and had a good time experiencing Collecticon and really what was MetaZooCon. So we're going to take a look at this stuff. Hey, if you want to support the channel, obviously all this data is available for you in a collection tracker over at patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. I also have a Metazoo Wilderness bundle up on my website at cavdainsmarket.com, which I will leave a link to in the description of this video. Patreon's got a discount. This is kind of the leftover from that, but yeah, that's all there for you if you want to support the channel and content like this. Let's hop in. We'll do Nightfall first because that's what the thumbnail is going to say. Let's talk about Nightfall. Sealed boxes sitting at like 220. Let me pop it up for you. 220. Now, this being said, this is sold listings on like eBay and TCG Player. I know if you're shopping around on the marketplaces, you may be able to get better than that, but kind of like the last sold listings is what we're tracking here. You got 225 here. You got 220 up here. You know, Channel Fireball had it up briefly for less than this, but it disappeared. It sold out, disappeared pretty quickly. So market price is right back up to the 210, or sorry, to 220 from 210 last week when we were tracking this. So yeah, anyway, that's up 5% over that. So good to see some movement there. That is incredibly high. And I think a lot of people compare it to CN1 and they are confused at why Nightfall didn't go up as high as CN1. Honestly, like if you do the math, Nightfall's print run is twice as much, and they were all really minty, nice boxes compared to Cryptid Nation, where about half of them were all beat up. A lot more got opened of CN1, I think. So seeing box prices at like 1/4 of CN1 kind of makes a lot of sense to me. It doesn't, it makes a lot of sense to me. I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. But all right, non-hollow bronze, really no value. Non-hollow silver, really no value. Non-hollow gold, no real value, 50 cents on average, up 21%. I want to talk about River of Time, though. This card is sitting at $5.50 for a non-foil gold. $5.50. I guess it's really $5. I put it $5.50 because of the sold listing. I'll change it to $5 so nobody gets all salty at me. That $5, this is a regular non-hollow near mint River of Time, because this is played in all of the decks right now that are kind of in the top of the meta, and as a result, the non-hollow version is sitting at $5. Now, the foil version is not proportional, is definitely lower than it should be, and if you use just proportions of things from foil to non-foil. So interesting little tidbit for you there. All that being said, no other real changes. A couple cards. Dark Watchers is also up pretty considerably. Grafton Monsters up. Again, these are pretty cheap cards, so it's not really anything to talk about. Mothman is up 3%. Wendigo, the same price. Anyway, your average is sitting at 50 cents. Reverse Hollow Bronze, up 27% to $1. A couple of them, you know, the Walla Lake Crustacean is up pretty significantly from $1.50 to $3.88. Again, another card that is utilized in some of those water decks, those ice decks. I think it's the water deck that one's used in. Wonk is up pretty good too. Other than that, though, we're up 27% to $1. Reverse Hollow Silver at just about $1. All right, here we go. Reverse Hollow Golds are up 2%. No huge changes. The Red Ghost seeing some increase. People think that's too cheap. Grafton Monster seeing some increases. Adam Ackler. Your big chase cards, though, it just doesn't seem like there's much interest in them right now. Even Grim Reaper going down 0.3%. So average price for a Reverse Hollow Gold is $2.09. And here you go. For your full hollow gold, we are sitting on an average of $8.76, up 8%. There are a few things I want to talk about. Mothman and Wendigo, they're sitting pretty. They're not, you know, they're not losing. I kind of was worried a little bit that some of these cards would get sold on the market as people were buying Wilderness and funding their Wilderness, but it doesn't seem like that's happening to me. Grim Reaper down a little bit. Headless Horseman up. Injured Gold or Cold is up. Headless Horseman is a $20 card. I don't think I realized that. That's pretty significant. Wendigo is 66, Mothman at 43. Headless Coal Miner is something I definitely want to talk about, though. Headless Coal Miner, for whatever reason, is up 10%. But this is the type of thing that we're starting to see in Nightfall that you got to be really, really looking at if you care about this stuff at all, and if you are filling out a set or anything like that. There are only 3 copies of this card on the market on TCG Player. Sorry, there's 4 copies. This is from the same seller who has no sales. So really, from like reputable sellers, even this one's 1 seller, 4 sales. So like you have like 2 or 3 copies on the market for this card at $13, and then they're dried up. The supply of Nightfall singles is super interesting to see how low it is. I don't know what to say about it. Like, I don't have a reason for you. It's just really low, and there's a lot of instances like that. I know how this Coal Miner, again, is a card that is used in a couple of decks that are floating around. Same thing with Grafton Monster, which is way up 163% up. So there is interaction going on, and you got to be if you're completing a set, if you're looking to build a deck that includes this, you just got to be aware that the supply is starting to dry up. You've got all these cards are up too. You've got a lot of increases going on in Nightfall right now. Divine Covenant is up 22%. Prism Beam is up 14%. Righteous Reckoning up 10%. It's going to be super interesting to see as this new meta comes with Wilderness that has a lot of cards that is going to combat the river decks and the water decks. It's going to be super interesting to see if any of these cards become highlights, and if River of Time can continue its terror. Continue its terror. Old Scratch, haven't really seen much sell. Anyway, your average price is $8.77. Running into the EV calculation then, you're sitting, if you just do a box that you don't consider skewed, you're sitting at $141, but this box is pretty heavily skewed. These boxes, as the spell books were very rainbow foil or reverse hollow heavy, these are very full hollow heavy. So including the skewed EV, you're at $242, which is really good. That's over the box price. So $242. If you're looking to open up Metazoo, this seems to be your best bet. EV chart then, as we compare that, we are up 8% from last week, which is really good. So Nightfall, it's kind of on a tear for the singles. All right, let's take a quick look at Kickstarter. We're not going to get into every card. We're not going to get into really showing you a bunch of sold listings. I just don't want this video to be super long, and the focus was Nightfall. So Cryptid Nation Kickstarter boxes, they're selling for like $7,000. There's like last week we had a sold at $6,900. We also had a non-alternating sell 3 weeks ago for $8,400. That seems to be where the price points are. I think a lot of people are putting their money into Wilderness pre-orders. A lot of people are spending money on just other things. And right now, this is kind of it's been a lull point a little bit for the Kickstarter boxes. We kind of approached 10,000 again, and then we dropped back down. And this is kind of where we are right now. The spellbook sitting at 2,200. No real changes in any of that stuff. We're going to jump right over to the reverse hollow golds because that's kind of where the money is. We're down 7% on the reverse hollow golds. You're seeing Bigfoot down 38%. One sold for $160 this week. Snallygaster sold for $55 this week. Walking Sam is one of the few that is up 26% to $43. Flatwoods Monster is down 17% to $70. Piazza Bird up 37% to $110. So you do have some interaction going up and going down. My guess is that a lot of these are starting to average. We're now your huge Piazza Bird fans. I'm just using that as an example. Let's use one that is trending down. Your huge Flatwoods Monster fans have kind of accumulated their cards, and now it's just like the whole of people going on. So, some of these prices are low. Your Loveland Frogman was a really low sale last week at $100. That's off of being at a $250 card for a while. So if you do use the tracker, be wary of that. That this is just reporting the last sold listings. It's been 3 weeks now since this is sold, so just be careful about it. Black Hole Shard is way down. Again, some weird Kickstarter sales this week. A lot of people sending out to me saying, hey, this seemed like a really good deal, whatever. It is what it is. It's a sold listing, and that is what we track on this. Chaos Crystal Reverse Holo at $225. So down 7% to $92 on average, which is incredible. Holo Gold average is $238, which is down 13%. Again, you really volatile still. Jersey Devil down 45%, Walking Sam up 92%, Uncle Sam down 27%, Lizard Man up 37%. The market is just insane right now. Piazza Bird this side for the full holo is down 48% as opposed to the reverse holo, which was up 37%. So no real rhyme or reason. Everything is just kind of chaotic, honestly. And that tells me that the market just isn't super paying attention to it. Chaos Crystal down 32% at $500. I'm guessing a lot of people will think that's a really good deal because they were paying $1,300 for it 2 months ago. But my guess is that the market's just focused on other things, like, the Kickstarter just happened, the huge Metazoo Kickstarter. They just raised $2 million. So a lot of that money came out of the Metazoo ecosystem. And so you're going to see some downshifts on stuff like that as people's money and attention is focused on other sides of the brand. Some of the cards are going to take a hit, and that's just the way that it is. So you do have Unending Fire Crystals up 42%, Eternal Snowflake up 33%, Lightning Glass down. You do have some cards moving up and down. On average, though, we were down 13% for the Kickstarter. So looking at your EV is still really good, especially if you believe it's skewed. I don't know that I buy that all these are skewed though. So I'm guessing the EV is somewhere in between these. This is just to kind of give you some price points. The true EV, as it has been disclosed from Metazoo, is what you see here. And that is put on to $4,500, $4,552.36. But if you do skew it, it's at $6,894. We have, of course, seen boxes that are skewed and that aren't. So just keep that in mind as you're opening things. And as we go to our EV chart, that is down 7% across the board for the singles in the box. So that is your market update. One more time, if you want access to all this stuff, I do have a collection tracker that is part of the Patreon at patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG, as well as we have this Metazoo Wilderness bundle. If you are looking to get your bundle ordered, this is guaranteed allocation, guaranteed order, free shipping on 2 or more bundles. You get a box, you get 2 spell books, 2 release event decks, 3 theme decks, and 2 blister packs. The reason I built it this way, I think it's kind of fun to do like a game against your friend, and you can teach your friends how to play. It's a good time. So hope you guys have yourself a fantastic day. Remember to be kind to the people around you. All those links will be in the comment section, and we will see you again next video.